So soft power is extremely critical in today's day and age because we are living in a world of interconnectedness. And what that's done is it's really brought diverse people together, diverse from a cultural perspective, viewpoint perspective. And therefore, what's really important for diversity to work is a deep appreciation and respect for where the other person is coming from. And that's not necessarily about agreement. We may choose or we may agree to disagree, but it is about alignment. It is about me understanding where you're coming from, your background, your value system, your life as it has been and your experiences, and you understanding the same for me, and then us working together in an aligned manner. So sustainability plays a big role in today's era when it comes to destination marketing or attracting tourists. Having said that, do allow me to say that, I'm extremely fortunate to belong to a group, which is the Taj Group, which has been practicing sustainability for decades and decades. We've built resorts in very pristine locations where we've been very cognizant of the kind of impact or the lack of impact that we must have while constructing our properties in those really nice and raw environments. We've also been proud custodians of palaces, which have been actual, original, authentic royal palaces where royalty has lived. And we've been very careful about preserving them without impacting the palace or the environment of the palace at all. So for me, when I talk about sustainability, while yes, it is heightened in today's day and age, I think it's as a theme, it's always been there. Intrinsically, people like to go to places where they feel that they're a part of the environment, especially when we talk about destination marketing. We pioneered Goa, which is one of the most popular destinations in India today. We pioneered Kerala. And I think our secret sauce there was to make sure that we do it in a sustainable manner. And we do it in a manner where we don't disrupt the ecosystem or the environment, and we do it in a manner which complements that. So yes, I think as a theme, people are far more cognizant and far more conscious of sustainability today. B, in the context of tourism, I think it's always been important and will continue to be important. So what I find most interesting in the entire Global Soft Power Index is actually the dynamism that it sees. So I was quite looking forward to the report, and it's interesting to see how countries move up and down, which is but natural because nothing is static. And therefore change is the only constant. But it's very interesting to see how they move up and down, basis the kind of environment or the kind of space they're operating in, or depending upon and when you talk about this, I'm talking about access in different ways. So where they are in terms of the axis of economic growth, where they are in terms of the axis of social growth, and so on and so forth. So yes, so what's most exciting for me has been to see the rankings and see how countries have moved. So I think Taj perfectly complements the soft power that India is. The soft power of India comes from multitude factors. So whether it's our culture, whether it's our heritage, whether it's a traditional, whether it's the entire history of the country, the legacy of the country, and Taj being an industry leader in the hospitality space perfectly complements that, because for us, Taj is about the legacy and grandeur of India and representing that in the correct manner. B, it is about bringing out the culture of India, which is, there's a phrase we have in Sanskrit, which is Atithi Devo Bhava, which actually means that the guest ought to be treated like God. And to us, that's very deeply imbibed in Taj's culture as well. And also, I think as a brand which has been around for 120 years and has defined Indian hospitality and very humbly continues to define it, I think the relationship has been extremely symbiotic. So I think the sessions and the day was fantastic. It was extremely useful. The quality of speakers were great. And it's a very conversational format. So the good part of it is that there are constantly ideas which are being thrown into air. And there's some lovely nuggets that I'm walking out with. I think the quality of the audience is another very interesting aspect. And I got to meet some really lovely people. And of course, I plan to continue with those relationships. And I think it's also a lovely platform for collaboration. because it's not every day that you meet people from such diverse backgrounds and such diverse geographies. Uh, Also, the topic of the summit is such an interesting topic per se. So, yes, I think all in all, it's been a day which has been very, very useful, and I'm taking out a lot of nuggets of ideas and information and a lot of new people I met today.